need to start being a little more rare, okay? What do I mean by that? I mean, you need to make yourself a little more scarce, okay? Now, for some out there, they might be thinking, I'm pretty scarce. My SP has ignored me for the last year. That's as scarce as it gets. But listen, it's not, okay? Because you're thinking of scarcity in the lack mentality. I want you to think about scarcity in the rare, expensive, sought after mentality, okay? Think about diamonds. Diamonds are not rare. Diamonds are not like expensive inherently. They're not hard to make. They're abundant on this planet. There's really nothing special about them. But when De Beers cornered the market, they decided to control the amount of diamonds that are available to the market. Now they are, for all intents and purposes, the most important stone that we sell. The idea of diamonds is what makes them rare. The controlling of the output is what makes them rare, not the actual items themselves, okay? If I want a diamond, I gotta shell out money. I need to pay attention. If I don't have a big budget, I'm only getting like a little tiny one, okay? It's very important. You want something big, you're gonna have to put a lot of energy towards it. And that's how you need to treat yourself. You are the gem, not them. You are, okay? What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Thank you for joining me here for another episode of Roxy Talks, where we discuss confidence, mindset, manifestation, and more. I'm Roxy Lee. I'm a mindset coach, and I'm here to help you banish your negative thinking and limiting doubts so you can bring love, clarity, and joy into your life. If you would like one-on-one coaching with me to get to the bottom of your specific issue, you can sign up for one-on-one coaching in the description below. So you're going to be rare. You're going to be the filet and not the Taco Bell quesadilla. You're going to set boundaries. Okay? You can only talk to me or see me in waking hours. You need to be honest with yourself and your person. You need to be honest about what you want, okay? You need to stop considering their needs when you're thinking about your own. There's nothing in the entire world that could be more important than the way you think, okay? Because that's how your whole world plays out. So it's very important that you start understanding your worth and your value. If you are in a relationship, you're filling a circle, that means that your half needs to be full in order for this circle to be full. And this world is a mirror. So if you are not full, you are not going to reflect full. The world cannot reflect back to you what you're giving it. Therefore, you cannot manifest a whole version of your person or any person for that matter. So if you've got gaps, guess what? They got gaps in the same place, okay? So we are giving to ourselves what we need for the world: attention, love, honesty, communication, trust, compassion, forgiveness, whatever. You need to make yourself important. You need to remind yourself you're a gem. You are a diamond. This is important, okay? This is what we're putting out into the world. This is how we feel about ourselves. This is how we feel about everybody. This is what we expect people to treat us because we're putting in new standards. We're inserting a new bottom rung. And now we know that if anybody treats us below this, not for us. Doesn't need our attention, not even our thing, no big deal. We can recognize if somebody's not treating us right now because we have a standard set. This is a baseline. If you treat me anything below my bottom rung, you don't exist to me, okay? I choose only versions of people who respect me. I only have people in my life who treat me like I am number one. Everybody that I'm around is completely honest with me and themselves, and we're all the healthiest versions of ourselves. This is how you want to start talking about yourself, other people, SP, everything, okay? It all has to be like this. You are rare, you are expensive, you are important, you're the star of the show. No more side chick energy, no more side bitch energy, no more chosen last, no more last resort, no more calls at 2 a.m. coming over for 20 minutes. No. We have standards, we know our worth, no one's treating us below that. Period, okay? This is how we operate from now on. If you're wondering how to get someone to chase you, I guarantee your standards about yourself are not high enough, okay? Raise those. You are important, you are a gem, you are a diamond. Treat yourself as such, okay? If you are dealing with a significant other or a specific person that is not prioritizing you, not showing you the attention or the value that you feel you deserve, or you understand that it's your own value system being reflected back to you, so you want to find a way to start thinking about yourself that allows them to prioritize you. Everybody's situations are very similar if you really take out the specific key players. At the end of the day, the beliefs, the value system that we judge ourselves with, good or bad, good enough for them, good looking enough, smart enough, all that stuff, those things we feel about ourselves get reflected back to us by the people in our lives. And not only that, but we all have specific patterns in place, programming in place that have been installed pretty much our entire lives, and we're each living out our own version of our own patterns happening over and over again. We don't understand that when we're thinking positive, I'm doing all these things, I'm doing these techniques, how come it's not working? Why are they still treating me this way if I think I'm great? I'm doing self-love. I hear that a lot. I don't think I'm terrible, so how come other people treat me terrible? Well, for one, because what you just said right there. I treat myself fine, but other people treat me like shit and I don't know why. I'm a good person. How come they don't treat me that way? That in itself is its own manifestation. Just you uttering those words, just you adhering to that belief that you put out good feelings and they're not reciprocated is manifesting over and over in your life. Whatever our hangups are, they exist in a lot of areas of our life. And again, they stem from our younger years. They stem from years of experiencing the same thing. One instance, ooh, I don't like that. I hope that never happens again. We react to it. It's not our fault. We're programmed to, we're wired to, we don't know what we're doing half the time. But when we react to it, we allow it in, we agree that that's part of our life, which means it now becomes part of our story. So when that door is open, things can come through. And each and every time that happens to you, or you get a little shred of that feeling again, ooh, there's that thing again. It is really important that we recognize our patterns and then, of course, do something about it. Now, the way we change these things is to look at the ideas underneath our fears of rejection, commitment, abandonment, you name it. We have to locate the source of these ideas, which you can do in my Manifest a Specific Person workshop. And then you have to actively work to uproot those beliefs or switch them in the moment, change your focus from the way that they've made you feel or the way that you think about yourself and turn it into something else, turn it into something that works for you. Whatever way you are feeling less than the most important thing to them doesn't really matter, right? The circumstance doesn't matter. What matters is you have an expectation or a fear or a worry or a doubt or an insecurity or whatever of how they feel, what's going to happen in your relationship, what always happens to you, etc. And because you are so afraid of it or worried about it or expecting it to happen, it inevitably does. So really getting a hold of the belief that you are cycling through your mind that is causing this separation or this barrier between you and your person is very important, because it's almost like a diagnosis of a sickness. If we know what the illness is, we can give it the proper medication. If I don't quite know what it is, I might just throw some Tylenol at you and hope that solves the issue. But if we know the problem, then we can custom tailor the solution to it. Now, once you figure out what it is that you are doing to cause this sort of situation in your life, we want to find the best case scenario version or the opposite version or the ideal outcome from that situation. And now that's your life. That's how we think now. This is how we respond. These are the affirmations that we build. My person prioritizes me, of course, right? Number one, I'm the most important thing in their life. They value me over anybody else. They love to be around me. I'm their favorite person. We have an incredible bond. They don't want to be around anybody else as much as they want to be around me. They share their deep, dark secrets with me, and we have this amazing connection, and no one's ever gotten them the way that I do, and they just really enjoy how I make them feel. They worship the ground I walk on. They shower me with attention. They treat me like a queen. Whatever it is that you want, turn it into an affirmation. Decide that your person is that way now, and then from there on out, that's just it. You don't get to react to them as if they are the old version anymore, because we flipped that script, we changed the story. So now you have to adhere to it. If you are the director of the movie and you are the screenwriter and you are the lead actor, then you better believe that you should be following the new script that we just put out. If you are not following it, how do you expect the rest of the production to follow it? Doesn't make any sense. So once we rewrite that script, that's your person now. Don't let anybody else on the set in on the fact that that might not be the script anymore. No, this is it. Everybody follows the script, including you, okay? So when they are doing anything but prioritizing you, what are we doing up here? Damage control. Wow. Wow. Oh, I love my person. They really just, oh God, they just treat me so good. We have such a great bond. They always put me first. I feel so included. They always invite me everywhere. They always bring me into the plans. They're always asking me to blah, blah, blah. Who cares, right? Turn it into something that you want. But whatever you do, don't allow yourself to start thinking, worrying, doubting, fearing that they're going to do anything less than put you first every single day, every single time. So as you're going through this process, I want you to keep one thing in mind. Think about this. Don't mistake your fears for their feelings. When you're broadcasting it out, that's when they're going to listen to it. So don't make any assumptions that because you have an insecurity or because you have a doubt, that this means that person feels that certain thing or that everything's ruined or whatever. If you keep harping on it, of course, if you overall expect that everybody thinks this way and they always treat you like this and yada, 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 then there's a chance they might already be thinking that. But we can stop this stuff in its tracks. You just need to stop allowing yourself to entertain those thoughts. It's not that you're so special. It's not that I just think you're the most beautiful person in the world and I want you to convince yourself of your own beauty. I just want you to stop saying that shit to yourself that doesn't feel right, that doesn't sound right, that doesn't add up and doesn't match up to the reality that we're creating now, where you are the number one priority. If you are the number one priority, your language needs to match internally and externally. So treat yourself with some respect. Think about it like this. If you are trying to change the way someone feels, you're trying to change the version that you have of them now, you are not acknowledging the fact that you are an infinite creator and all you have to do is perceive them in a different way and you will receive them in a different way. You are diminishing your power by putting it elsewhere outside of yourself, not here where it needs to be. And you're wasting your efforts by trying to control something or change something that already is. So always keep in mind that you are doing all of it. Don't forget that part. Even if you're being mistreated, no, it's not that you want to be mistreated. You just may have an expectation of that happening to you. It's happened before, so it's bound to happen again is the most basic way to say it. But it's not true. The only reason why it keeps happening is because you keep agreeing that it keeps happening. You keep expecting it to. You keep indulging in the feelings, harping on it, telling everybody you know how much it sucks to feel like that, how bad it hurts when you're blah, 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 blah. I bet it hurts really bad, but the real question is, well, why don't you do the work that will actually change it instead of trying to avoid what's really at play here? Avoid what's really going on within you. Or we're not practiced enough. We're not dedicated enough. We're doing some and not all. There's a lot of reasons that this might happen to you, but at the end of the day, the reason is because your thoughts are not on board with what you actually want to experience. Your thoughts are on board with a reality you don't want to experience. Either way, you're doing really good at manifesting whatever's going on in your mind right now in the moment. You're really good at that. So control that. Control what you manifest. Now, if you'd like to get to the bottom of your own issues in relationships, whether they are romantic, platonic, or otherwise, check out my Manifest a Specific Person workshop. It's a class that you can get started on right now. Get to the heart of your issues, start implementing change today, and see results in your life right away. Honestly, it is life-changing. I'm not gonna lie. It's life-changing. You will experience and understand things that you never thought possible for yourself, that you never really understood were actually playing out in your life. So I don't want to toot my own horn, but it is a great class. If you want to check it out, the link is in the description below. You can also find it at my website, roxytalks.com. You can also join me on social media. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And I've also got a brand new updated version of my 30 Days of Alignment Challenge. It is completely free and you can sign up for that at the link in the description below. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. That helps us reach as many people as possible. And everyone deserves to know that they are in complete control of their reality. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you.